Hi all, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Let's start rebooting our work using Uipath. So today we are going to discuss about Excel automation tools. In previous session, we have discussed a couple of things like application scope, write cells, read cells. So today we are going to discuss about data scrapping, write range, read range, save workbook, delete range, and copy sheet. So why data scrapping? So data scrapping is the main things where we can get the data in a structured format and be writing in a Excel. So this data scrapping and write range will be like interconnected. So that's why I just took this topic, which is data scrapping. So we can use data scrapping. So let's quickly jump into the Uipaths. So let's me double click the main. So already I have commented out the yesterday flow. So you can see, let me, yeah, so this is the Excel automation which I had done on yesterday. Let me comment it out. So and I had dragged a sequence and then I had named it as Excel2. Okay, so what we have to do, so we have to get a structured data. Using the structured data, we can use the activity which is called as write range. Okay, structured data in the sense a tabular data. Okay, so where we can get, so we can get those data in a like online data form or somewhere. So already I guess we are be familiar about this ACME test UiPath site. So we have like used in our web based automation. So we have like entered our email, so type into then click, isn't it? So I guess like we have used, so if you've gone through our web automation, you'll be familiar with these things. Then one more thing, so you have to do, so you just make a click in the work item. Okay, soon after I just click. So this is a tabular data. Okay, so what we are going to do now, so we're going to use that data scrapping. Okay, using the data scrapping, so we are going to capture this particular whole data. Okay, and then we are going to use the write range activity. With the help of a write range, we will be going to write this data into the Excel sheet or CSV, so which we needed. So what you can do, so go to the UiPath, click on data scrapping. So soon after click, so just click next. Okay, so once you click next, just highlight somewhere. Okay, then you'll be getting a pop-up. You have selected a table set. Would you like to extract the data of the whole table? So what is asking? So it is asking, so do you need to extract this whole table itself? So isn't it like we need this whole table only, right? So just click on yes. Okay, soon after you are clicking yes, so you'll be getting all the data, so which you are seeing in this view. Okay, so and one more thing you can see here, like there is 2, 3, 4, 5, and so many pages are there actually here. Okay, so what you can do here, so just click finish. Okay, so soon after clicking on finish, you will getting a pop-up like, is the data spanning multiple pages? So what it was asking, that's the page where you are scrapped. So does it has a multiple page or it has only one page? So we here like we can see it is a multiple page, right? So the one more thing is there actually. So we just click on yes. Okay, soon after yes, so it will ask you to highlight the next page. Okay, so if you are highlighting 2, then the script will runs like 1 and 2 only. So if you are clicking 3, then it will run for 1, 2, 3. So if you are clicking this particular arrow mark, so what it will do, so until unless it sees this arrow mark, it will traversal each and every pages. Let me highlight this. Okay, I have highlighted. Let me show you what I was exactly saying. So if you're clicking on 2, so what is taking only 2, so it will traversal to 1, 2, 3 page. So let me quickly jump back to 10 page. Okay, page number 10th. Okay, so here you cannot see this arrow mark, right? If you are giving the data spanning element as this arrow mark, so it will keep on clicking this arrow mark until this particular button is visible. Okay, so when it is come to 10th page, so it is a 9th page, when it comes to 10th page, you does not see this arrow mark, right? So what will think, so this is the end page to scrap the data. So until unless this particular data will be scrapped and it will be stored in a table structure. Okay, So we have done with our data scrapping. So it will be structured. Okay. Soon after, so just click on this extracted structured data. So you can see a variable already which is created. This is a default variable which will be automatically created. So which is extract data table, right? So yeah, it is already created. So no need to change it. So if you want to change, you can go to the variable panel and you can change the name. Okay. Once you are changing here, it will be automatically changes will be applied on this session. Okay. Under the property panel of output. So let me keep this as same. Okay. So let me drag a right line. Okay, which is Excel activity. So right range. Okay. So why we are getting error? So we are using the Excel applications. So we are not using the Excel application scope. So we are using the Excel utility, but we are not using the Excel application scope. So what then we have to do? So we have to drag and drop Excel application scope. Okay. Keep it inside that. Okay. So we till now we didn't created any Excel files. Okay. So what we can do? So we can name it as workflow work item. Okay. Work item. Then dot xlx. Okay, so this whole data which is scrapped here, so we are going to write over here. Okay, so how, let me show you. Okay, so this whole output data, so it's stored in the extracted data table, right? So we can take the data. So so we have given the Excel sheet name in the right range column. So you'll be having several aspects. So in property panel, you can see sheet name. So what the sheet name should be. So you can edit the sheet name. So what you want. So for an example, items. Okay. So in the in which column it should start A1. Then what is the data table? You can see. So what is the output here? It's a data table, right? So data table. So you can make this output as input here. Okay. So which is in right range. So input is extracted. So it is not coming here. Why it is not coming here? So due to the scope. So we can see this is under the do section, right? So just go to the variable panel. Okay, so you can see something called a scope here. Okay, this particular variable, so usually you'll be knowing like a local variable, global variable, right? Likewise, this is the scenario. This particular extracted data table is restricted to the data scrapping sequence, this particular sequence. It will be not able to come out of this sequence. So to change that, just click on the scope and make it as Excel automation. So Excel automation means till this whole flow we can access this variable. So now just try to access extractor, right? So you'll be able to access now. So and one more thing, so commonly everyone will be missing is add the headers. So just click on this one. So till now what I had done, I have scrapped data in a tabular format and like kept in a data table. So then I have used Excel application scope right range activity. So in right range activity, so I have changed the sheet name as item A1 and then I have passed the input as extracted data table which helped once we have changed the scope. Okay, so once I save and then run, so we can find an Excel. So let me run. So let me go to the path to check whether the file has been created or not. Uh, Sure, then Excel automation. So here you can see here file work items. So let me open it. Yeah, here I can see all the data has been fetched. So it is total 91 record. So those total 91 record has been entered over here now. So you can see all those 91 record, right? So like we have extracted data and then we have filled or wrote all those data using the right range in the Excel. Okay. So what are the next operations we are going to perform is a read range. So read range. So read range. So it will be used under the for each row data table. Okay. So why this for each row data table has been used? So we have to iterate each and every rows, right? So we have to iterate each and every rows. We are just need to iterate each and every rows in the Excel. So to iterate each and every rows, so we are going to use the for each data for each row. Okay, so in this, so there is two kind of for each. This particular for each will be not used for the to read the data table. So we can use this, but we have to change the data types, those facts. But you can directly go ahead and use this for each row in the data table. So which is mainly used for the data table. So you can directly pass your extracted data table variable here. Okay. So you can iterate each and every data. So which is in Excel. So how to iterate each and everything? So this total every values will be copied here, right? So current row. So we can list the values over here. So one by one. So if we need, so current row, and which column value needed. So it may be like status or type or description. What actually we needed. So we can display over there. Okay. So we can display over there. So what we can do. So we can just double colon. Then so which column you need to print over here? Which column? Particular column. So it may be status. So like status or like a description, that will be better, I guess. So we can see various description here. Okay, description dot toString. Okay, so what actually it will do? So this particular extract data table will copy all values to the current row. Okay, so this particular current row will have each and every row data. Okay, row all the data. So if you need to call out any particular row or column data, so you need to specify over here. So you need to current row of which column you needed, description column. So here I will be seeing all the description column likewise. So I will be adding one more thing also. Okay, so what WID. Okay, so let me keep it as current row of code double quotes WID dot toString. So what actually it will give? So the current row. So the current row means the extracted whole data table. In that particular whole data table, I only needed this WIDs. Okay. So these two values will be printed now. Okay. So in the right line. So let me quickly delete the spreadsheet and we can try once again. Okay. Let me go here. Let me delete this particular spreadsheet. Let me save this. Let me run this one. Let me run. So you can see like so many values are getting printed here with along with the WID and then description. So let's get it in, then only we can show it clearly. Mm. Since it is a huge value, it's taking much time. I guess it is done. So we have totally 183. So perfect. So everything is printed now, right? So you'll be wondering like why it didn't showed us read range, right? So read range. So what actually this read range activity will do? So this will read this data. So which is in Excel. So why I didn't actually use mean? So already we have the data as a data table. So when we are scrapping, okay. So that's why I directly used here like in for each. So let me show you this as well. Read range. So that will be same kind of same. So no need to worry about those. Uh, we'll be getting same output and everything will be same. Since I already have extracted those values as a data table, I just directly used it. So instead of using read range, let me rename the sheet name as item. Then same thing. So keep it as a double colon only because it will help you to read the whole data which in the spreadsheet. So you can create a variable. So for this dt read. So actually what I had done, so uh, I since I have scrapped whole the data, so which is in data table, so I just directly use this variable. Okay, so if instead of that you can directly pass this read dt. So this will be giving the same output. Okay, this will be giving the exact same output. So why I was getting this error? So this particular activity which is restricted to the Excel scope only. So we have to change the scope. So now the error may be gone. Okay, so this will give you exact same output, nothing change in the result. So you can try out this. Okay, okay, like we can jump back to the next activity which is named as save workbook. Okay, so save workbook is just a simple one. So just type Excel, you can get here save workbook, or you can directly write save workbook. So save workbook, yeah, yeah. So once I have used the Retrain, so I can use this activity which is named as save workbook. So we help you to save. So by default in Excel scope, you can see something like save changes. Okay, save changes. So this save changes also will help you to save the data which is wrote inside this Retrain, or else so if someone is might be forgot to check this one, so by default it will be checked. So if someone is unchecked this one, so you can use this save workbook. This will be like external activities, extra activities will be used to save, so you can use it. So and then so delete range. So here you can see there is no parameter to pass. So only inside the Excel scope activity you can directly you can use this save workbook activity. Okay. So delete range. So delete range. So it will help you to delete a particular range. So you can select the range. So for an example, let's assume A22, then 810. Okay. Then A22 810. So if I need to delete here. So let me take, since it's a much data, so we can trim somewhat. Okay, so as I said before, double quotes A22. So why I am giving A2 means it should not remove the header, right? A22, then sorry, I was speaking in mute. You can mention this particular range, and then you can mention your sheet name. So you can mention your sheet name. So yeah, this will help you to delete the particular range. And then so copy sheet. So this copy sheet is nothing but the sheet which you need to be copied. So you are going to mention the what actually it will do. So inside the Excel scope, which workbook you are using. So it will take this particular workbook. In that particular workbook, so which sheet? Okay. So let's it's sheet name item. Okay. This particular sheet will be copied, and where we have to the destination file path. So in which particular spreadsheet we need to paste this. So let's take it as this particular. Okay, let right click, copy as paths, paste it, and then sheet name and destination sheet name. So let me make it as item. So if this particular item sheet is not there also, it will create this particular sheet name, and it will copy this particular item sheet into this page. Okay, test page. Test, let me make it to change as changes test items. Okay, so what actually it will do, so it will copy this entire item, so entire data which is in work item to this test spreadsheet, and create a sheet name which is test item. Okay, so let me quickly go here and run this one. Save, run. So I guess like our script got ran now. So let's go to the paths. So let's first go to the test spreadsheet. let's open. Yeah. So yeah, so this particular range got deleted now. So I guess you can see this particular range got deleted. So which I have mentioned. So initially it is deleted this particular range in which spreadsheet, work item spreadsheet. Let me open this work item as well. So yeah, so in work item, so till A2 to B10 it is got deleted. Yeah, it is deleted. Then copy sheet, which is copied this entire data, so which is an item to test spreadsheet and created a separate sheet name which is called as test item and then pasted all the data. So after relating, okay. So yeah, I guess like will be so got some good ideas regarding all the Excel activities. Thanks for learning each and everything. So like you'll be need to provide a feedback so that it will be helpful for me. Just pour your comments and like if you are stuck somewhere, yeah, just comment it out so that I can get back to you. So yeah, that's all about today's session. Happy learning.